Wi-Fi network for some reason. I don't know why. Why does Minecraft take so long to load? What is going on here? You outside or inside today?
Inside.
Hello.
Well, hello.
Mm-hmm. Where's Kevin?
I don't know.
He'll be on. I'm sure
Not
he
his
will.
dad.
He didn't specifically
Oh.
say that he was going to be late or something.
It's okay.
You can't reach back there to take it off. It's behind the dresser. How are you going to reach back there? No. I don't know what you want me to do.
I'll be right back.
There he is. There's the man of the hour. Now it's just completely offline. It doesn't even want to work. What the fuck? What is going on here?
Was it a baby cam?
I have the Nest camera inside the bedroom, and it just goes offline. Like, I don't understand why. I think I know why. It's this fucking router of mine that's just... I can't put anything in the fucking 2.4 band.
T-Mobile?
No. Files, you bitch. Oh, fuck off. You have to move that whole thing to get in the back there to just... What are you doing, dual calling yourself? Yeah. Just leave her. She's gonna be fine. I have to move that to the other antenna. I think this router is the problem. I like this Asus router, but its 2.4 antenna is just garbage. It doesn't work. I can't even put some of my Google Home stuff on that router. I have to move it to the fucking 5G band. I don't know why I can't put it on the 2.4. Fucking technology, when it doesn't work, pisses me the fuck off. Red Router, why can't you handle something like this? What I don't understand. Why you gotta be such a bitch for?
This is my favorite beginning to this podcast in a long time.
Yes, I know. You fucking stupid ass, bitch ass.
I just want you to know,
Mother-
I've been live since 10:30.
Good, stay alive,
So,
you
just make
fucking
sure. Hey.
shit-faced fucking piece of shit that doesn't want to work. The
No.
fuck? Stupid garbage is this? Fucking put this shit on the fucking 5 gigahertz one. Piece of fucking garbage. Stupid ass, bitch ass, motherfucking slut. Fucking stupid shit ass Asus.
Mordecai!
I can't hear Daddy. I don't know
He's
where
not
he
speaking. He hasn't said anything yet.
Why must you cause me problems? Why must you be a fucking bane of my fucking existence? God, I'm gonna fucking remove this thing and put it back on the other one. You can't, it's not, there's no night vision. Now it's just off. Like it's not even on. No. What camera phone do you know has night vision? I need to remove this thing and put it back on the other one. I need to put it back on the router and put it on the other antenna. Whatever, I'll deal with it afterwards.
I'm back.
Stupid
Welcome back. We haven't started.
Shit-ass motherfucking...
I mean, we've been live since 10:30. So.
Oh.
Yes, I know she's listening. 127?
Yep. Genesis has been fighting a camera.
Welcome back, everybody, to the worst fucking chat around, crafting a chat. Whoever's watching this, I hope you go fucking jump off a cliff, because I don't know what you're doing with your life anyway. Here we are again on a Tuesday afternoon, evening, morning, whatever time zone you're in. I don't know what the fuck you're watching. Here's three schmucks in front of me. There's Kevin, there's Adam, there's Destinoto, and then the schmuck himself who leads everybody, myself, Genesis. How y'all fucking doing tonight?
You know, better than some, worse than
I'm
others.
glad. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are doing all good.
All right.
All good. All great. What'd y'all do last week? What'd y'all play? What'd y'all shitheads play? Adam, what'd you do?
I just played my time at Porsche. Still playing the hell out of that. I'm doing about 4 to 6 hours a day. So really enjoying it. I'm getting close towards the end. By the end, I mean I'm getting close towards the end of the story. The trophies, I don't know how long I have. It's getting a little bit easier to address some of the trophies, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But still enjoying the hell out of that, playing a lot of it. Getting excited for Power Wash Simulator coming out in a couple weeks.
I'm so glad for you. I'm so happy.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're living your dreams while some of us are just dealing with technological issues in our lives. Destino, what the fuck you do last week? Good, Destino's dead. Kevin, what'd you do last week?
Played Nobody Saves the World with Genesis here.
Mm-hmm.
Played Vampire Survivors.
Uh-huh.
That's it. Oh, no. I tell a lie. I also platinum Geometric Sniper.
Fantastic. I'm so glad. What'd I play? don't turn away from me, Daddy. Look, put your head up. Swear to God, I'm gonna come around and slap the shit out of you.
Good.
What? Do you need shit to lose? What's going on?
I need you. Cut yo shit. Why do I slide when I push forward? Oh, because the cart's moving on the rail.
You're in a
below
cart,
the rail.
yeah, exactly.
You're on the rail, yeah.
Justin, are you back yet? Are you alive?
No, rip.
Good. He said he was back, and all of a sudden he's still gone. I'm sorry, Kevin. I didn't
Well,
mean to cut you
I
off.
told him
I'm
we
calm
didn't
now.
start yet, and he was like,
didn't
my
cut me off.
opportunity to leave.
Okay, good. What did I do last week? I played Nobody Saves the World with my good friend here, Kevin.
Oh, my shoulder.
Good, and he just popped his shoulder. I also played some Sonic Frontiers. I started that up. That's been a fun time so far. I've had a lot of fun in Sonic Frontiers, more fun than I thought I'd ever have in a Sonic game, considering it's 2023, and Sonic has not gone through a lot of good times. He's had a lot of bad times, you know. I also played some Crisis Core. I played some Modern Warfare last night. I was hoping Daddy would have hopped on, but hey, listen, man, it's all good. It's all good.
Daddy was busy last night. I apologize.
I can imagine. It's okay. We all have lives. We all busy.
Mondays are my busiest day. That isn't a work day. Actually, it is a work day. Yeah, it can be real confusing.
And I think that's all I played. Adam, did I miss anything that I played?
No.
Okay. Desnote, are you back yet?
Yes.
What'd you play?
Nothing.
Good. Great.
Play League.
You played League.
I was supposed to pick a game to go get back to, but then I decided to play some League of Legends. It was going to be between Elden Ring and Returnal.
That would have been nice if you went back to Returnal. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that soon. Yeah.
Okay.
As far as watching things, I finished this first season of Chainsaw Man, and I finished the first season of Overlord season 4.
How's Overlord going? I stopped watching after season 2. I was kind of into season 3, and then I don't know. I kind of fell off with it, where I wasn't as entertained by the story anymore. Nor was I engrossed in the characters anymore, because like the first 2 seasons, it was really just him being this crazy skilled player in the game when he's like basically a ruler at this point. And then the next one was just all about politics, and I was like, I don't care about this. I want to see more of his amazing feats that he's going to do. Kind of like the Rising of the Shield Hero. I don't know if you've seen that one, but I fell off after season 3, or middle of season 3 actually, and I stopped watching. The same thing happened with My Hero, where there was like, I was in the middle of season 3 with that. I fell off with that. Apparently it goes on season 5 now, apparently. It's very good.
Yeah, 6.
Or 6, God. That show goes to show you how...
Yeah, I'm 2 seasons behind.
Yeah, I don't know.
That.
How's season 4, though? What do you think of season 4 of Overlord?
It was good. It's kind of
Yeah.
slow, but they're leading up to something that's supposed to be huge. Like something big is going to happen next season. Only problem is season 4 took about 4 years to come out.
Also, it was a big hiatus in between.
Yeah, because the writer guy who does the light novels, he just was going very slow on the past few volumes, and I don't know how much they adapted that is in print right now, and how much is not adapted.
Hmm.
I also cut out some stuff in the light novels, which is kind of sucks. But yeah.
Is this strictly manga series, or is also just is it more story in the light novels?
A light novel is where they get the source material.
Oh, so it's not even a manga. It's just a light novel.
I don't know if there is an actual manga. Let me see. There seems to be a manga too, but the anime takes from the light novels. I know that for sure because my friend actually reads them.
Which one?
So yeah, this one was just more additional world building, introducing some new characters, and it was the ending was pretty crazy though. What he ended up being able to do, um, very very cool ending to the season. It just takes a while to get there, but it is only 12 episodes, so it's not like it's a very long season, or 13 actually. But yeah, and then Chainsaw Man, uh, another very good new show. That was everybody was pretty much waiting for this to come out in an anime form, and I would say it definitely delivered on most of my expectations. Um, mm,
Cool. Okay. I've been wondering about Chainsaw Man as well. Um,
yeah,
Heard good
it's a
things about that one.
very um, gritty and like a darker shonen anime compared to like
Hmm.
your Naruto's and Bleach and One Piece and My
Hmm.
Hero and all that. It's
Hmm.
much more grim,
Oh, is it?
and you'll see that at a certain point in the season. Um, gets pretty darn crazy around episode 8. Like
Okay.
I was I was kind of shocked throughout most of the episode of every
Really?
single thing that happened. One thing after another. The stuff just kept happening, and I was like, what is going on? Oh my god! Hey guy! Yeah,
I
good
mean,
show.
I'll have to give it a watch. I think I'm gonna definitely give it a watch.
Yeah, but
All right. Well, thank you for your input on that. Anything else?
no, I mean mostly what I did.
All right. Okay. Well, as long as all that's out of the way, Kevin, do you want to lead us into the next
What'd you
few
do,
things we're gonna talk about here?
huh? What'd you do, punk?
I went over what I did. I said what I did.
Oh, did you? I thought you, like, interrupted yourself and went elsewhere with that.
No. I was angry for a little bit. I'm fine now. I'm calm. I'm just gonna take things and throw them into a wood chipper, and hopefully they come out the other side working.
That's not how that works.
No. Let him.
No, it'll be fine. It'll
Let
be
him do
okay.
it. Just let him
If
do it.
not, I'm just gonna go see Adam one day and I throw him into a wood chipper.
Whoa.
Can't throw me in if I already jumped out.
Those were very realistic sound effects.
Real realistic sound effect.
You
That's
sound
what
like
was.
you're drowning for a second.
Drowning in a wood chipper.
Is a wood chipper underwater too?
He's been drowning in a wood chipper.
Damn.
That's
He's dead now because he's dead. See?
yeah. He's been 100% dead.
That's dedication.
That dead, the dead occasion.
Oh my god, you see what I did there?
It's pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty solid, pretty snazzy, pretty
You're not solid. Shut up.
sacrificial. Anyway, Daddy, you want to
Sure.
talk about what your topics are
You
this week
calling
since
him
you have.
liquid
Oh
right
boy,
now?
I want to talk
Now
about
hold
topics.
on. I didn't call him liquid. I mean,
No, Kevin called you liquid.
Oh,
Yeah,
Kevin
not
called me
solid.
liquid. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, what are you gonna do about it?
This is the worst conversation we've ever had on the podcast.
This is the worst conversation we've ever. I think we've had worse conversations than this. You
I
remember
mean,
when that
but
ponytail
okay,
guy was on here?
but I'm talking about modern crafting chat era,
Not the Dark Ages.
not the Dark Age, not
Yeah,
the
you remember the
before
Dark Ages?
times.
We've had some of those
Before times,
conversations there where those were pretty bad, and you were like, "I need to leave."
That's called the BPT, before ponytail.
After ponytail, APT.
Yeah, APT, BPT, it's all the same.
No, that's apartment.
So what year is this for crafting? Okay, so wait, are we in year 1 of APT or no, year 2 of APT? Since we've had 3 years of crafting a chat at this point.
Too many numbers in this conversation.
I agree with Kevin. Let's move on.
All right, well,
Danny, what'd
we'll
you
leave
do?
the numbers. Yeah, go ahead.
What am I doing?
Your topic.
Oh, I have a bunch of those. Alright, first
Yeah,
of
I know
all,
you got a ton of those.
no particular order from what I've sent them to you. First of all, what you call it? We had a thing go on last time about people not playing a review game. They are playing a review game. We are using this shit. I don't know. A bunch of shit happened. Why aren't we all playing? Come on. Let's all play again. That was fun. Let's let Adam beat the shit out of us again. Let's all play.
What?
Actually, Adam is already playing again, right? Is that what the final decision was? And Genesis is somehow out of this?
Yeah,
thinks I can
Genesis
play.
said he would take over the score chart. He looked at the Excel. He thinks he can manage it. I'm sure he's updated the games that have been confirmed over the last week and added them to the Excel. But yeah, I'm still playing and he's out of it. I guess I don't know why that happened.
Wait, hold on. There was games that came out over the last week. What games got
Hey man,
confirmed over the last week?
hey man, I'm not part of that team anymore. That's on you.
I understand that, son. I've been
They're
keeping.
games like far away in the future. Like it's whatever.
Oh,
I recommend
okay.
using GameInformer.com
That's no problem.
/2023 or something like
Seeing what got
that.
added.
Yeah, they usually have a good list, but sometimes they leave off like huge things, also little things, also things Kevin are interested in, also things Desinoda likes and you like and I like. So yeah, you'll have fun with it. You'll see.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm gonna add a lot of games. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Hey, some of the games on there, they'll all of a sudden get a release date, and then you'll be like, oh, it comes out in July, and it's like, nope, came out in June. It's like, what? What the? I'm kind of glad I don't have to do it anymore. I just can
It's
win
good.
now.
Take some stress off. now.
We don't even know what the prizes are.
Well, we'll find out later on in the year. Kevin, I know you were saying we should all review. I mean, I can throw some scores in there for myself, but I'm not going to actively win anything at this point. Like, I'm not participating for a win. I can throw my 2 cents as scores, and I'm not gonna
play. It's fun.
Oh, that's okay. I'm not an active
All right,
member,
good.
but I will
Well,
throw
then
my 2 cents in there.
I'll give you an active member.
Oh, okay. Can I have an active member?
Bam.
Oh.
Right to the
Oh.
kisser. Alright,
Oh, really?
Now. Pouring something. Stop that.
All right then.
What were we going to talk about
Anyway.
last week?
What?
What were you going to talk about that you chose not
Just
to?
hold on now. I control what topics I'm talking about.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
so the next topic that comes up is the one I was going to bring up next week. Or last week.
Yeah.
Adam's real excited about this one.
Yeah, Kevin. Now's not the time to drink. All right, you need to get into this.
I am drinking. Alright. I need it. So, recently, there's apparently been a lot of discussion. Well, I don't know. I guess in Fortnite it's been going on for a while, but who cares about that game? There's been discussions of Call of Duty people's cheating because they're all using this thing called Chronos Den. I had no idea what the hell this was. Never heard of the company Chronos. Apparently they've been around for freaking ever. So I did a little looking around. I didn't care enough to go deep diving in anything, but I did a little looking around. Chronos has been around for a while, making things that basically make macros for controllers, keyboards, whatever the shit really. You plug, the Chronos Den is something you like plug in via USB or some craziness like that, and you could basically run macros and custom scripts and all sorts of stuff like this. And I'm like, oh, okay, sure. So the thing that nobody understands is like this weird gray area when it comes to cheating. Sure, whatever. But like, it's getting more sophisticated now, where you can be like, oh, I'm wielding an M4, so I want you to automatically adjust for recoil by basically pulling down on the control stick / mouse by this amount as I fire the gun, and like crap like that. So I was just gonna get everybody's thoughts on where's the line for cheating? Because here's the thing. Here's my take from a veteran of first-person shooters, as a whole. Yeah, this is like assisting you in playing. Although for certain people, depending on what your disabilities are, especially like arthritis, this helps out a lot. It's assisting you in playing. It's artificial assistance, but like I'm pretty sure almost everything that you use that makes macros and stuff is detectable unless you do it like through Windows, because I'm pretty sure you can at this point just make macros however the hell you want to with whatever you want to. You might need to know some script language, but like everything uses Lua nowadays. So, yep. And I don't know, like if there was somebody of my skill level against me using some sort of assisting tool and me not using that assisting tool, we're both shooting at each other, I'm going with me being able to track that target better because I'm used to actually having to try versus somebody who's like, oh, all I gotta do is like hold down this button and it does half the work for me. You're not really like actively engaging in the shooter, but hey, what do I know? I don't know. Let's get an open discussion going because I want to see where everybody wants to take this conversation, if that makes sense.
It was not worth the week.
All right. You want me to get that then?
First of all, before we continue, Kevin, fix your mic. I really thought Genesis was going to say something, but he didn't.
No. I let Daddy finish before I say something.
We'll give him a second. Jesus!
Oh no. I got some news for you. Figured it out.
Oh.
All right. I'll go first, since I'm aware of this printer-looking thing, if I'm thinking of the correct thing.
It can have a little
Printer
mini printer,
looking.
yeah, sure.
It looks like a little printer. The way I understand it is, it's basically an aimbot and a wall hack and everything, but not to their full extent. Kevin, your mic got worse.
Oh my god. I should just quit.
You should just get a new controller, a new mic.
Hey.
All right, let's not jinx it. All right, but it's apparently aim assist. It's not like complete aim, like targeting, so it's harder to detect.
Have to tell it.
Yeah, it's harder to detect, and it's way more controllable than just going full on cheats. I think this should be banned. I mean, obviously, I honestly don't know what kind of conversation you want from this.
I don't know.
Because you gave an example of if you were against somebody with this, if you had the same skill and they had this advantage, you said you would win because you try?
I'm more actively engaged with the game.
Well, they also are actively engaged, but using a cheat.
I mean, but does that make your reaction better? I feel like that make it worse because you have something doing more work for you versus the person who's actively doing everything.
Oh, interesting.
Granted, as soon as there's skill disparity, like this argument goes out the window.
Yeah,
but I'm just curious how, because I don't know how the hell you would measure this, or if there's any
okay.
I
understand what you're saying because it's not fully doing most of the work for you. It's only giving you a slight advantage. You're like, okay, well, you're gonna get a little relaxed. You might screw up here. I'm actively doing all the work, so I'm at my peak.
Right.
I would
Better
say.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that is an interesting thought You know what? No, I need to think on this. Somebody else go.
Okay. I mean, I'll just pose the question right here. Is this enough where okay, this is cheating. Don't bring this to tournament. I mean, I'm pretty sure they actually like would do something if you brought this to a legit tournament. But like,
Mm.
I mean, I guess this is cheating by definition. I wouldn't call it hacking. It's not actually influencing the game code as far as I'm aware. It's just running things in the background that when
It's
you do
influencing your
things, it
code.
triggers things. Yeah. I mean, I guess, but not really though, because it's basically like, oh, if I shoot this gun, I want it to automatically like try to account for the recoil, but you have to manually program all of this. It's not like a button that you flip on and you suddenly have like auto aim. And then the
Hmm.
thing I don't get is like there's a bunch of things like, oh, this is really hard to detect. It's a piece of hardware that plugs in. How is this hard to detect? That should have like a MAC address and all kinds of shit. Unless like it doesn't, in which case you could probably go after it for legal reasons.
Hmm.
So,
Or am I
question.
wrong in that? Maybe I am.
I don't know how things detect what's a controller and what's not, and MAC addresses and all that. So I
Oh,
honestly
that's fair.
can't
It could
answer that.
disguise itself as a controller.
It probably looks like just a controller, or like maybe somebody has a Guitar Hero guitar connected.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
All right, all right.
But in regards to is this hacking? I agree that I don't think it's hacking. But you said something interesting where you're like, oh, you have to manually code it. So are people who are manually coding things, do they automatically get a pass because they created that thing to help them? And what's the
I don't
limit
know.
with that?
Right.
Because if you're a hacker and you're manually hacking, do you then get a pass? Because you're
No.
doing all the work yourself and it's your hacks?
I mean,
Unless it's a hacking
technically,
tournament, I would
no.
say no.
I mean, right, because technically, I believe under most EULAs, hacking like violates all that, but I could be wrong there. That's usually what people say. I've never read one. I don't care to read one. Uh, but hello,
Hello?
forgotten what that was. A random knocking. Uh, well, we'll just ignore that. Don't worry about that. But I don't know. Like, I classify hacking as you are actively changing like game code or adjusting game code on the fly, like a true aimbot that is pulling information based on okay, the player location is here on the server, aim at it and shoot. Um, this is more I'm pulling the trigger, it's going to automatically move the control stick, the mouse. It doesn't move the mouse for you physically, but like it's going to emulate moving in whatever direction it has to counter recoil, which in Counter Strike gets real interesting, but that's fine. Because if you watch like people use this and play Fortnite, they're not aimbotting. It's just that they don't have to fight the recoil anymore. Um, or like you apparently can set up. There's like a script for Apex Legends when you're dropping in, and it will do the repeated button presses to make sure that you have top speed in the air. I don't know what those are. I didn't even know there was a thing for that, but apparently there is. There's a perfect drop script. Um,
Makes sense.
but like in theory, a person can do all this as long as like. Here's my take on like macros specifically. It gets a little more interesting when you get into a script where it's like automatically responding for you. But making a macro, I'm totally fine with. Like, as long as a person can do the same thing you're doing, fine. Like, if it comes down to the fact that, oh, I'll make a macro for this because it has to be done faster than human speed, now you have an unfair advantage over people. Like, apparently, one of the first uses for the Chronos Zen that I found was Halo 2, where they said that the Chronos Zen gave players an unfair advantage because the it would give the battle rifle a double burst. That's not true. I did that. That was a totally legitimate thing. RXR. There was also BXR. It was built into the game. You could interrupt the timer on like the time between burst shots of the battle rifle as long as you hit a reload or no, just reload. As long as you hit reload, you would interrupt the time in between two bursts of the battle rifle. You couldn't keep doing it over and over, but it would work for one. So you would shoot, reload, and shoot again, which any normal person could respond quick enough because you had the whole first burst of bullets to hit X and then R again. Or if you were in melee range, you melee to drop shield, hit reload real quick, and then fire, because then you would follow it up immediately, almost before the actual melee animation finished, to kill someone. Everyone did this, who played the game somewhat competitively or often enough, until the plasma pistol got buffed out the ass. But yeah, it never gave anyone an unfair advantage. It did not enable the gun to do something it wasn't already able to do in the game. It's just somebody wrote a macro where, all I have to do is pull the trigger, and it will do the button combination RXR for me.
But, okay, if you're playing with, a modded controller, for example, and
Oh, good, you brought that up. I totally forgot to. Go.
Yeah, you're playing with a modded controller, for example, and you have these button combinations that, let's take a fighting game, for example. You have button combinations in there that would normally require skill to do, right? Now you're taking skill out of the equation, regardless of what reason it's for, whether it's a disability or whatever. It's for arthritis. I don't give a shit what you have. You could be missing a hand for all I give a shit.
Interesting.
There's a very prominent Counter-Strike player who's missing both his arms. Anyway, or both his hands.
Oh, great. So, I mean, once you have no skill required now in the equation, I would think no matter how good the other person is, that shouldn't be allowed. Obviously, if somebody's missing their hands, you have to give them some alternative way to play, however you want to do it. I've seen the dude with the 2 fingers for his arms, and that's all he has, and he plays whatever he wants to play, however he plays it, okay? I don't think macros should be introduced to somebody just because they have something wrong with them to say, hey, here's your way of completing what you need to complete. You can give them different types of controls that can string together easier, but overall, a software that can just do what you needed to do for you without you actually inputting any sort of effort into it, you're taking the fun, well, not the fun, you're taking the skill out of the game, which then makes it unfair for everyone else. Now you enter the territory of okay, this is legitimately unfair. And like I said, I understand people have disabilities, people have things wrong with them where they need to be able to have something to access so that they can do what they got to do. But at the same time, it's you should have some sort of a limitation to that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, because there's a lot of crazy ways you can manipulate controllers. I forget exactly what the Counter-Strike player I'm talking about. His name is, his YouTube handle is Handi, Handi. Dude is absolutely nuts, and part of him moving around is blowing into something, or something like that. It might be another person I'm thinking of, but there's some wild ways you can get controllers, quote quote, for people who have disabilities. So I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, even Sony's making controllers available for people with disabilities. Xbox has made it available. Nintendo, fuck you, Nintendo. You don't want to do nothing for nobody. So,
whoa. They made the Power Glove, sir.
Whatever. What if I don't have hands for the Power Glove? Yeah. What if I don't have any hands for Power Glove?
Power feet.
Good. Yeah. Power. Exactly what I meant. Power feet.
Power socks.
You are now the creator of the next big thing called Power Feet.
Power shoes.
Power. Okay.
They walk for you.
Wow, I think we've unearthed a completely different conversation.
I gotta be honest. I just pictured somebody just laying down on their back, passed out, and their feet just picking up and sliding forward. Their legs are just bent, but their feet are flat on the ground while they're laying on the ground, passed out, and it's just walking them. And they wake up and they're like, I got my steps in today. So I think there's two conversations happening here. I think there's a talk about accessibility in gaming, and then there's a talk about people changing some things on a controller or using a different device in order to give them some sort of advantage. I think accessibility, you can do whatever you want to try to even the playing field. Perhaps there's ways where it won't be so even. Get over it. So what? There's not that many people playing with a disability or anything like that. Like, it's calm down. It's fine. I think the conversation about this Cronus, whatever. I still think it's considered cheating. And going back to what you said, Kevin, I still think that since it's not doing all the work for them, it's just helping minimize everything that they have to deal with. I think they're still concentrating. So I think if you meet somebody with the same skill who has a slight advantage, I think most of the time they will win because they are still working hard and they just don't have to think about 2 or 3 other things that you have to take into consideration. So it's a little bit easier. So I mean, it's still, I would ban these if I was like a game company. I'd be like, I don't want people using this because
I'm all for that. I'd ban it. I don't want it there.
Genesis, you said that like I think it was you who said like the it's not fun, and then you were like, oh, that's not what you meant to say. I would say it's not fun. Like if you ever play with somebody who has a slight advantage in something when you should be of equal skill, it is so annoying. It is so annoying.
I'd agree. It's annoying. It's not fun. We played a few matches the other night in Call of Duty, and it just wasn't fun because these dudes were just. I definitely know one of them was hacking. You could just see it. He wasn't even doing anything. He just was hacking. I was like, okay.
I just think of like, I mean, I don't play online games often, and this doesn't affect me almost in the slightest. Maybe for factions when that comes out. But I just think of like when you're young and then you're playing something, like you're playing like, I don't know, like some kind of sport like tag or manhunt or whatever, and then you hurt your ankle and you can't run as fast now, so you got to think even harder of like where to hide because you can't run.
Yeah, okay.
And I kind of understand that, but at the same time, it's not even you have to like adapt to that. What this does is, hey, now you don't have to run because we'll give you ideas of where to hide. And I still feel like it's cheating. Great, it's cheating less. It's still cheating.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else?
You got anything at all?
Desonoto, you play League. People cheat in that.
No. Well,
people don't cheat in that?
It is really unheard of, honestly. Like
me too.
There's so few people who go to that extent to try and cheat in League. At least from what I've played for the past 8 years now. I've maybe seen like a handful at most.
I remember there was a story like back in August that a bunch of players in China were banned for cheating in League.
Well, maybe that's a different server, maybe in China, but
not in America. There's no cheating in America.
No, because we're America.
The only thing you could really cheat with in League is like dodging abilities and landing abilities that would otherwise require your own skill to land or dodge. That's really about it. I mean, there's not much else you can really cheat with in the game unless you're deliberately, like Kevin said, like hacking the game code to like give you more gold or give you more items that you never bought or make yourself do 1 million damage every auto attack.
Right.
I want to do 1 million damage every auto attack.
Like,
Give me
there's just not.
give me an auto aim. I wanna do that. I wanna just go in a lobby with the auto aim and see how that feels. It must feel so good.
Only
Just like
come
Daddy
across
takes a metal pole up my
probably a
ass.
handful, for the most part, of people who are using like auto dodging program or auto.
How do you tell? I'm just curious.
A
I
metal
never
rod
thought
up your
of like
ass?
cheating in League.
I mean, let's say you're in a bush that has no vision, but somehow the person repeatedly lands a skill shot in different bushes that have no vision.
Oh, okay.
In different
Yeah,
areas
yeah.
that you know they don't know you're there, right? But
Right,
they
right, right.
still somehow landed on you. Or if you input an action, maybe moving to a certain spot, and they'll throw something based on that instant that you click that in that direction. Obviously, people are really good too. You know, there's all the pros that can read movements and predict what you're gonna do, but if it keeps happening like 100% of the time,
Right.
or close to that, then, you know, that's maybe one way to tell.
Yeah, yeah. Like basically no fog of war cheats and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and like landing all your skill shots and
Mhm.
never missing a stun, like Xerath. Xerath's an easy champion to write up a script for because all he has is skill shots, and you have
Right.
to land them. But if that guy never misses a single one,
Mhm.
I mean, at that point, especially if
Especially
like
that
you're in
alt.
the what?
I have trouble aiming his alt to save my life.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
feel
they all
like when
too.
it zooms out, it like gives you a weird angle.
Yeah, I guess it's more to like give you more space to look towards somebody, but yeah, it's definitely a weird angle.
Cause I used to nail that, and then they changed the like view, like it zooms out further now or something like that, and it just
Oh,
seems like everything is slightly distorted, and I always hit to the left or the right.
hmm.
That's me. I'm bad. Um, my champions are Vel'Koz and Aurelion Sol.
Oh, so you must be. Are you see the rework for Asol?
No, there's a rework.
They're
Oh
redoing his entire champion kit.
no, but who?
Yeah, no more floating balls.
Oh, what? That was my bread and butter. I seriously like rushed Rylai. I mean, I only play ARAM for the most part, but I would rush Rylai's
hmm.
and just walk around, float
Yeah,
around.
yeah, they're changing his whole all of his abilities.
Oh,
I don't know when
yeah.
it's coming out. I think it's soon, but not sure exactly
I'll have to
when.
look into it. Anyway,
Yeah,
all
somehow we
right.
still haven't played League together.
I know. I don't even know I have you as a friend.
I don't think I don't think I do.
Oh boy, I'll have to play sometime.
Kevin, I'd like you to meet Destinoto. Destinoto, this is Kevin.
Yeah, well, I want to play some. I really just play ARAM. I'll occasionally jump into what is it called? Team Fight Tactics. Yeah, Team Fight Tactics.
Hmm.
I really don't
I
have
have
any
friends
interest
who
in some of the
mostly
servers.
only play ARAM too, so
Oh, okay, cool.
can invite you in.
Might be able to hop in with my sister too. She likes
Oh yeah.
ARAM. Hell yeah, get a full team
Oh
going. Lol,
yeah.
lose together over and over again. No. I will tell you one thing though, if you play with me, I will take any and all advice on buying items because the last time I like seriously played League, there were no such thing as mythic items, and now that they're there, I'm like, I don't
Oh,
know what to
that's
do.
That's all right.
that's
That's all right.
definitely what I think maybe 1 or 2 seasons ago when they
Yeah,
added mythics.
yeah,
It's not really that, you know, crazy different. Plus, they help you buy items so much now. Like, there's so much assistance in the game at this
there is.
point.
Yeah,
Like, they literally tell you what to level every level. They tell you what to buy. They tell you where to
Financial
go if you're
assistance.
jungling.
oh, okay.
Crazy.
Hmm.
Little, I feel like it's a
Ooh, excuse
little
me.
too much hand holding, but I
I like
guess
to
for
hold
new
hands.
people, League is a very complex game.
Hmm.
a little too complex, to be honest.
I'm a complex
Sounds
human
like
being,
that.
you know. I'm a
You are.
real
Like
complex human
like
being.
if Genesis here started playing League, he would probably cry for a few hours.
You know what I would do? I would realize that it's time for me to commit suicide. I'd write a will, and
Oh
yeah,
my
that's it.
goodness.
You don't have a will?
uh,
The hell?
I don't know. Will.
He has
I
a
would never. I
family.
would.
You should have a will.
Oh yeah,
No, I
buy
don't have a will.
Genesis.
Yeah, you should get a will.
I don't have a will yet. I'll write it eventually. Once
Yeah,
I
you'll have to
start
get
playing
that.
League, I'll write a will.
And then when all your money and possessions go to me, your wife's gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Who the hell is this?
She suddenly turned Asian.
She is Asian.
Ah, yes, I forgot. That's correct. How foolish of me.
Partially.
Thank you for reminding me.
Who's got a vacuum cleaner going on back here? No, it's fine.
You know what? What's your username, Kevin? I'll add you right now.
Kevin, come on! Really?
Yeah, a minute there, my guy.
Are you serious right now? It's Mordecai Heller with a space.
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah,
On Steam?
yeah.
No,
No,
League.
not on Steam. On League.
Oh.
Oh no, that's gay. Don't play that.
Wait, I found somebody with that name.
Don't play
It
that.
might be me. I thought I had a number in it, but I could be wrong. Hold on.
This
I got
one
my
has
number.
no
I got a number
numbers.
in you,
And
Daddy.
do you play a lot of
What's the
Sona?
icon?
Do you play a lot of Sona?
I did.
Oh.
I played Sona 24/7 when Earth was a thing. Because
Oh, this must
I
be it.
hated
You
You're
have
a
wrestling.
20k points on. Wait, but you're only level 33? How is
Right,
that
hold on. I
possible?
gotta remember my freaking username because I can't freaking say sign in. Oh, hold on.
The last time you
Let
played
the
was
shortcut
last
has it.
August?
Come on, baby.
I see a lot of ARAMs though.
Freaking short. What is happening? Who's throwing pots and pans around?
Oh.
Hold on. What is the icon? Is it like a?
It's the
think.
Plague Doctor.
Yeah, okay, that probably is me then.
Oh. Wow, you're only level 33. You play
Yeah,
like once
okay,
a
Mordecai
year?
Heller, no space.
What is this?
What?
You have matches from August last year, and then before that it's April, and then before that it's February of the year before.
Yep. I don't play it often, my guy.
Oh, okay.
I might now.
Well, once
I
a
mean,
year.
if I got people to play with, you know.
It's a once a year kind of deal. You don't play after that.
Sounded like multiple times a year, but all right.
Well,
Listen,
twice
listen,
a year.
Mr.
and then-
Calculator, Mr. fucking I know numbers.
There, I did it.
That's me. I know numbers.
Oh yes. Yes.
Genesis,
Now,
what are
if
you
see
doing?
My level.
What? Nothing. I just sat down.
Yeah, you were doing something. Yeah, I'm doing nothing. I just sat down. Where were you running around? There was wind and everything.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry.
You
about
grabbed
that.
some
Keep going.
snacks? Sounded like you grabbed some snacks.
No, I was trying to fix the technical issue in my house.
Oh.
Oh,
I fixed it. It's done. I got it done. It's
technical
over.
issue in your house. That makes
So,
sense.
there's something wrong with this dumbass camera.
I got it. I fixed it.
What
It's all good.
camera?
Hey, tune into the stream for like 8 minutes. He's screaming about it and swearing, calling it a slut.
Alright, so I added you on that, so we can play that sometime. Do you play Valorant at all, or no?
I tried it. I'm pretty bad, but
Hey, I am too, you know? I wasn't when it first dropped, and then suddenly I got terrible. Went back on Counter-Strike to see if I was good at that still. Still good at that. Real confused.
Because he's just landing headshots too, right? It's not anything.
It's like the same freaking game, so I don't
Different.
really understand it.
Yeah.
I like how this topic started with, is this cheating, to daddy cheating on daddy with his brother.
Uncle, right? That's normal. He's uncle. And
Well,
that's
yeah,
the
with his
relationship.
brother.
Mm.
I was referring to
you're going with
Daddy
this now.
1 as the
Yeah,
with
I
his
got
brother.
it.
You're Daddy too.
Anyway, is this topic done? I think it's done.
I think it's
'Cause
done.
I got another one. Alright, so I'm been playing a lot of Vampire Survivors. I have no idea how
Oh.
many hours I've played in the past
29.
little bit here.
Oh.
29. Woof. Uh, wait, total or just recently?
Total. Recently, I think
Oh,
it's like 11. It's not that. It's not
okay.
as much. It's a lot. Still a
Um,
lot.
it's still a lot. It's still a lot. So I've been playing a lot of Vampire Survivors. I bought the DLC and got back into that bad boy. Let me tell you something about Vampire Survivors. I don't think there's a single game out there that does unlockables better than this game. You got some crazy stuff you gotta do to get some unlocks. Every time I go on the wiki, I'm like, oh my god, there's more shit. Um, there's so many secret characters in this game, and there's absolutely no indication within the game of like how you get them. I don't know how people figure this shit out in the first place. Um, the tree, I finally got the tree. Haven't played it yet, but I have the tree unlocked.
Oh, nice.
In order to unlock the tree character, you have to play as this dog character named O Solomio, and you have to play it on a specific level where all there is flowers and plants and stuff that spawn, and you use his starting ability to heal them, and you have to heal like 100,000 points of damage or something to them. But here's the thing: they all start with full health, so you have to get some sort of weapon to deal damage to these things, so you can run around and also heal them. And you need to get the healing done in 15 minutes. Um, that was fun. So, but that is the only character that can do that. This is the only level where that interaction is a thing. Uh, good stuff. Good stuff. I love this game. There's just so much to unlock. And then I just recently there's a character. Oh God, I don't remember what it was called. Genyazi or something like that in the DLC where you have to kill 6,000 Kappa. And I'm like, what the hell? Where even is this? What is this? Uh, so in the new level, Mount Moonspell, I think it was called, or something like that, you have to go off to the northwest side specifically and find a frozen lake for them to spawn. And it's the only place in the entire game where they will spawn. And you kill 6,000 of them to unlock that character. Um, to get the one weapon, you have to go up a different side of this mountain and make it all the way to this like little shrine and pick it up. And when you start heading up the mountain, enemy types change and they get crazy amounts of health, and you kind of have to just like suicide run for the thing. It's unlockables in this game or something else. It's just so many weird things you gotta do. There's some like standard ones too, but it, it's like every single time you play, you can target something else to do. And then when you finally finish all the like achievements or whatever, you got all these secret characters that you can still try to get. Um, that you kind of have to look up at this point. Uh, and then they added in like this system of you can pick up this scroll somewhere in the game and it allows you to like type in cheat codes, but you have to be able to type them in within a certain time frame and you have to know what they are and oh yeah yeah. But I just think that a lot of games out there, especially like Call of Duty with Modern Warfare 2's DMZ, uh, they can take some hints from this game. A lot of game developers should play this just to see what you can do with like sheer amount of unlockables and how to get them because it's wild. And then not only that, this game has grown to crazy proportions, and they just keep on adding extra modifiers for levels that you can run with. So like you can have a level on hurry mode where basically every second in real life is 2 seconds in the game, so you don't have to spend as long playing. You have hyper mode, which gives different like stat boosts to things. You might get more gold and have more luck, but enemies are going to move quicker and do more damage, attack more often, whatever. Um, you've got inverse mode where the level design changes completely. You've got um, this there's a final boss of the game, but in order to get to the final boss, you're ready for this journey. You gotta go to the Moon Glow level with a standard character a bunch of like unlocked characters are excluded from this, and all the special characters are excluded. You have to play the standard character. At minute 14 of 15, a special boss will then spawn. If you kill that, you're teleported to a level called the Holy Forbidden. You then have to move east along this corridor until you get to a yellow sign. Pick that up. The game automatically resets, and you go back in. And once you have the yellow sign, you can start up the level Capella Magnum. And when you reach the 30-minute mark, instead of death spawning and killing you, you fight the final boss of the game, which is the 5 different deaths that chase you throughout the game or come into certain levels or whatever and try to kill you or screw with you. They all combine into this mega boss thing that you have to fight, and that's how you unlock things. But you can't fight that boss unless you get the yellow sign. But you can't get that unless you know that you have to go into this other level and wait till minute 14 for a special boss to spawn that you have to kill before minute 15 when it despawns. It's
Okay,
great.
so
I love it.
I'm into a lot of these kind of things because Kevin, you and I, whenever I go to DMZ, I'm like, Kevin, can we make this thing spawn? Kevin, can we do this? Kevin, can we do that? And you're like,
know,
no,
right?
let's just do missions because that's what we need to do. Whatever the hell you want to do, stop. Because you get sidetracked every goddamn 5 seconds, which I agree, that is a problem I have. My sore disappointment, and everything you've said already though, is that dog in the tree. I sincerely thought, as the dog character, you'd have to take a piss on the flowers, and that's how you got the tree character.
I mean,
and I'm sad that that's not the case.
Wow.
Weird.
Listen, take a piss on some flowers, and a mushroom grows out of it, and then it grows into a tree.
Usually that kills the flowers.
No. Listen.
Someone
The
does
dog's
it on the
urination, the dog's urine, okay, has.
Why did you say urination
properties.
like 3 times?
Listen.
The dog's urination.
I was trying to think if it sounded correct in my head.
I am a nation. We are a
Yes.
nation.
We are all a nation. We are all the America. MAGA people, MAGA.
Okay, anyways, Vampire Survivors is wild. And, Kevin, you were one of the first people I heard talk about it. I mean, I knew what it was at that point, too, though. But you were one of the first people I heard talk about it. And now, over the last, month, it's been in so many, Game of the Years. It released on Xbox. It was on Game Pass. So then it got even bigger with that. And then it's now on mobile, and it's just blown up even more and more. And I've seen gameplay of it, and I'm like, man, this is like an Elden Ring for me. I wish I was into this, but I am not.
Right.
It's also very funny because the guy, I don't know if anybody knows anything about the guy who created it. He was unemployed, but his past was working on gambling machines, and the animations and stuff on that. So he used the satisfying animations that you get in gambling machines in this game. That's why a lot of it is so satisfying. That's why unlockables are so satisfying. Because he just brought some of that work over. And it makes way more sense when you look at the game and you're like, oh shit, it's basically gambling, but it's $5.
Right.
And then, yeah, it's just, it looks cool. I mean, most of the time it looks like a mess. And Maximilian Dude just started playing it on stream, so Genesis, check that out probably, I guess. But yeah, that game, I can't believe how wildly successful that game has become in the short amount of time. I can't even imagine. I assume eventually it will get a PlayStation port, and then I know, and then it'll probably blow up again. It's just wild that this game just keeps going.
Heartbeat, I'd buy it again, and I would try to go for the platinum. I almost have all the achievements on Steam. I'm missing 30 of 150.
That is a lot of them.
I don't think they would have that many trophies on PlayStation. I don't know how high PlayStation's trophies can go, but
they can go real high.
Oh, can they? Okay.
Yeah, depending on you can release like multiple DLC packs and stuff like that.
Oh,
And most games that come from PC, usually it's just an import of the Steam achievements as well.
right. That's fair. Still waiting for Risk of Rain DLC. Anyway.
Hey, maybe it'll be like my House Flipper DLC. You'll keep Googling it, and then one day you'll see it on the PlayStation Store, and it came out 2 weeks ago, and you're like, I literally just Googled this.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? When did they make these? Oh, they didn't make an announcement? Oh, it's still not on their website? It's just is coming soon to PlayStation? What the hell? Oh, God, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that stupid calendar.
Yep.
Ugh.
Vampire Survivors, man. Oh. I don't know what it is either about the unlockables. Maybe it's just the fact that like you can do so many at once.
Yeah, you're
Every
unlocking
time
a
you play.
lot, and then a lot of them are useful, or they create a new gameplay element that you just weren't even thinking about. And you're like, oh shit, and then you learn like, oh shit, I can do more things. As you know, Destinoto's moved to Niagara Falls, and he's currently there visiting.
With Allison Lee.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, I understand the concept of Vampire Survivors, and I understand why people like it so much, and it is shocking how, it's basically video game development 101, and more people should be, more game developers should be looking at that game going, this is how we do unlockables. Let's figure out how to do this in our game. And you are absolutely correct about that.
Thank you.
That's how games used to be, right?
No.
No?
Yeah.
I feel like games used to be like that. You had to work hard to collect everything. Or
Oh
unlock
yeah,
everything.
that's what I'm saying. Like you used to be able to just unlock stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do that in a lot of games. But unfortunately, people started paying for stuff.
Yeah, I can spend $5 and unlock it. Cool.
But also, a lot of games used to be, like, trash, so.
I will say that, like, at least nowadays, the majority of unlockables is just, oh, level this up, oh, grind this out. There's no grind in Vampire Survivors. It's, you do this activity. If you can succeed this activity, you get this toy.
If you can succeed, you get head.
I know, I'm playing Porsche, and some of the trophies, I'm fucking 2 middle schoolers at a Halloween party. I'm just grinding the shit out of this fucking game.
Wow, that's...
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's just so much.
That's all my topics.
Cool. Fantastic.
I have a rumor if Daddy over here doesn't bring it up. We'll wait for the rumor section.
Okay, alright. I'll let you bring it up first, and then I can go through my rumors.
No. Let's see if you hit it.
No.
No, he does this every time, Genesis. You just gotta go through rumors, and when we don't bring it up because it's the most obscure rumor about a Bethesda cloud-based system that was rumored 4 months ago that Kevin just found out. Remember when that happened? Anybody remember that?
I do in fact remember this. I do in fact remember this.
Yeah. Good times.
Guys, didn't you know that this was a thing? Kevin, we talked about this 4 months ago.
There was also the time where it was a rumor that something Doom would appear. I think it was, it was that one game you like. The Quake Arena would appear possibly at this one thing that Bethesda was hosting, or it was hosting, whatever the fuck they are now. I don't even know.
Yeah. QuakeCon
and
was supposed to happen,
yeah. And we're like, Kevin, QuakeCon's like a week from now. And they already announced everything that's going to be there. Like, what it's not a rumor anymore. It's not a rumor anymore, my guy. It's not happening. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was when Quake Revitalized or whatever the hell the latest thing that dropped on all the consoles was that I had platinum.
Yeah. But all right, are we going to rumors? Say where we're going next?
I mean, unless somebody else has something to talk about.
Who else we got topics? Boy, can I English well?
English, difficult, hard language. English, hard, nasty language.
Last of Us reviews came out for the show. Like full season reviews, which is wild because it's a weekly airing show and it won't end till March. So that's confusing.
Huh.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Really? Interesting.
Kevin, I know Rotten Tomatoes means nothing to you, but 97% last I checked.
I mean,
I
That means nothing.
it
I just
nah,
am like,
no. So most reviews have been it's either as good as or better than the video game.
Yeah,
Because it
that's what
adds
I've
so
heard
much
too.
to it.
Has anybody started watching it?
It starts on Sunday.
5 days.
Oh, okay. I thought it was already out.
Now, Sunday. So the embargo was today or this morning at the weirdest time.
Gotcha.
Because I woke up and I was like, what is all this Last of Us? Oh, it's good. What? Yeah,
Hmm.
apparently
Wait, how
there's
did
a
how
backstory
did
and stuff. Are you about to ask how did reviewers see it? All of it?
well, no, how do they know how it's gonna end?
What do you mean?
They're
You
allowed
said
to
they
watch
you
it
said
all.
the whole season has been reviewed already somehow.
Yeah. HBO released that to some reviewers.
Oh, the whole season. Oh,
Yeah, sometimes they do that. I don't know what HBO does. Some companies release like the first 3 episodes, and some companies do the whole season, and then those people literally can't talk about it until the episodes air. And it's so weird.
Interesting.
But yeah, apparently like it's real good. Everything I've heard and seen, I've only seen one review where it was like, yeah, this was a good show, but I miss playing the game. That was the most negative I've seen.
I mean, that's
Okay.
good news for Sony. That's real
Absolutely
good news.
wild. Absolutely wild.
Wild news. Yeah, it's not just good. That's wild news.
Yeah.
Oh my God, let's go.
I'm wild.
Because
You're
there are
wild.
people
We're
who
all
are
wild.
like, yo, I don't even play video games.
Yeah.
This makes me want to play a video game because if video games are telling these stories, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So, very excited. Should have a review about the first episode next Tuesday. I'm sure some of us will participate, if not most of us.
I'll try to watch it.
I'll try watch as well.
I still got somebody's HBO I'm stealing. I forget.
It's mine.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Steal my sisters too.
Yeah. Wait, is everybody using mine? What the fuck?
You want me to break from the thing and steal my sisters? All right.
Nah, you do whatever. I don't care.
All right. Adam's just whoring out.
I'm gonna steal as much as I can from mommy over there. The more she can offer, the better.
Thanks. Hey, I stole Disney Plus. I watched Andor. I watch Andor a lot.
That's okay.
Andor's real good. I don't know if I told you guys. I watched the last 3 episodes again. Because I was like,
Is Pro Jared back reviewing games?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'm sorry, randomly. I was just scrolling through a couple things, and apparently a Final Fantasy XII review came out for him. I don't know if it's recent. I think it's pretty much today, because it got posted on NeoGAF, and I was like, is he back? How is he back?
I don't remember him, if I'm honest.
Because baby got back.
Pro Jared, the shit-ass, dude, oh god. That guy.
You know,
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Oh yeah, he is back. He's doing reviews again. Huh. Interesting.
Oh! Oh no! This guy.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened?
Why is he back?
He's been back up from what I understand.
Or maybe he never left. Oh no, he sucks.
Yeah, he's
No good.
he's still doing his job.
Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Daddy.
He had one of the worst responses I've ever seen. I forgot all about him.
We Were Here Forever comes out at the end of the month, Daddy.
Wait, what? Wait, are you serious?
Uh-huh. PlayStation Store says 1/31/2023.
Alright, it's going on the list, people. It's going on the list. I gotta take scores. Oh shit. Oh god.
Oh yeah, you gotta put that on the list too. Oh, ooh.
Huh?
Yeah, you gotta get. Oh my god, you're fucked. And it also sucks because games that are new on PlayStation, you're like, oh hell yeah, we can finally review this, and you're like, oh shit, we can't review it because it came out on Xbox a year ago. Like we can't do Power Wash Simulator, which sucks.
Yeah, that sucks. Definitely sucks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit this laptop here in a minute and see if I can add that to the list and go through a couple things. But hey,
Godspeed, Spider-Man.
that's what I chose to give my friend a year off. You know,
regret it yet?
I'm sorry?
You regret it yet?
No, not at all. No. I won't.
Kevin-
regret it. You'll be fine.
Desinoto, what month will he regret it?
Are we taking bets now?
It's an unofficial bet.
Can I bet your life?
Whoa.
Either way, I win.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Either way, it's either not my problem or I win. You know what I
don't know
mean?
if that's dark or funny.
Both.
Oh.
Dunny.
Dunny.
Just a heads up. PS5 console covers are mostly in stock on the Direct website.
Well, look at that. Thanks
Okay.
for the information, Desinoto.
Okay, well, thank you, fellow Sony salesman. We appreciate your work. Fully concentrating on the question that was just asked of you. Clearly, you're not doing some thinking on that. You're doing other things.
You know, Adam, maybe he's just doing his due diligence as Sony's, spokesman.
What are you shut up.
He told you.
He did tell me. I mean, I don't have a comeback against that. He just told me to shut up.
How do you have a
Shut my
comeback when
mouth.
you're always swallowing, you stupid bitch?
Oh God,
You like that one?
I can't come back from that one.
No, you can't. Anyway,
I'm dead. I got shot and I'm on the ground now.
R.I.P.
I'm losing a lot of
Take me
blood.
down, Daddy. Take me
Actually, I'm gonna need some help. I'm losing too much blood.
all right. Did we talk about CES?
No, we should talk about CES.
Tonight's show.
Yes, PlayStation had a show. Beat Saber is coming to the PlayStation VR 2. Not anytime soon.
In development.
It's in development. I believe Jimmy Rye said. Good old rye bread. Good old rye bread.
I mean, listen, Adam's really close to Jimmy Boy,
Jimmy and I, we email about cats. Desinote, I've been meaning to get you involved in that email, but I'll hit you up.
Sometimes
with the
they show each
afterwards.
other their dongs. Sometimes they just talk about that.
Nope. That's the former. That's the former network specialist guy that he would show dongs to. Remember?
Oh,
yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that guy.
Good
They went to his house.
Times. Yeah, good times. No. So see, it's not important. We'll talk about it after. It's not a family-friendly thing. Even though this is not a family-friendly show, it's not an online-friendly content
Hell
thing.
fucking no, it's not a family-friendly fucking show.
Anyways,
This isn't a friendly show at all.
So like Genesis said earlier, they announced a accessibility controller called the Leonardo. No price, no release date. It's just like a completely customizable, I don't even know how to describe this, modular round controller thing that has like a bunch of buttons and
it's a round boy.
It's super cool.
Is it a Roomba?
It's
Not a Roomba.
boy.
No, it's modular. Like you can take it apart. It's like little pieces and it looks kind of neat. It's cool.
It's a
Xbox.
Roomba.
That's enough. There was Xbox has already had one of these, but it's good. Sony's finally jumped. McIntyre.
Roomba.
Anyways, and then they showed scenes from like the Gran Turismo movie and like the filming of it. It wasn't enough to be a trailer or anything. It was just like, hey, I'm David Harbour and I'm in this. I'm Orlando Jones and not Orlando Bloom and I'm in this.
Orlando Roomba.
And then they showed a car. Wasn't quite PlayStation. PlayStation sold 30 million units.
30
customers.
Roomba.
When we first heard that Sony wanted to sell 30 million by the end of last year, we were like, that's ridiculous. Yeah, they did it.
We were totally like, they're never going to do it.
Well, we were like, supplies. We wanted them
given
to
the
do
constraints,
PlayStation
given what was happening. Yeah.
Jimmy Rybread, he was like, we solved
Jimmy
the
Roomba.
we solved the issue with supplies.
Oh, all right.
So eventually, I'm assuming PlayStation 5s
No.
will appear in stores, and they should be much easier to buy. Hey, he even
mean,
said on stage, like, anyone who wanted a PS5, you can go out and just buy one at this point.
I think they're pretty simple to buy now. Like PlayStation Direct is always stocked with them at this point. You can walk into a GameStop now and they have them in the backs.
When will they put the price back down?
I don't think price is going to go back down.
Okay.
I don't
Anybody
think
else?
so. Given inflation and also the U.S. did not get hit with that price increase, I don't think prices will go back down.
Okay.
Inflate me.
Maybe next year.
I agree with that. I could see it later in the year if there's like a revised model.
I mean, like,
and they'll be like, "Hey, we made this even cheaper."
They'll have a price cut eventually, but
I think
to
it's
go
this
back
year.
down to the $400 or $500 price, I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, all right.
They're not going to revert. They'll just cut down the price and it'll be a new Slim model or whatever. I think we're due for a Slim this year, right?
There's rumors of a Slim. There's also rumors of a new bundle that comes with 2 controllers.
I did see
saw
that.
that picture.
I just saw that, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
How come there's never a fatty? You know, it's always slim consoles. What about a fatty?
There is a fatty. It's called the original PS3.
Yeah, all right. That's fair.
I think weighed what, 12 pounds?
Right here.
Yeah.
Don't call your wife that. She's pregnant. She's not fat.
No.
Good.
Yeah, that was fucked up. That was fucked up of you. But yeah, that's basically all they had at CES.
Talking about a blunt, I mean, yeah, we got a fatty in here. We got a
Don't smoke
fat
around your
blunt
wife.
in here.
She's pregnant.
Smoke in there.
You know, smoke.
Use your wife as a bong.
Interesting thought process.
Interesting. Thank you. Well, he said smoke in your wife.
I would love to know how that's physically possible, but okay.
That's your job to figure
I
out.
have a couple ideas, but I'm not gonna subject your wife to that.
Okay. What else happened at CES? Anything else interesting happen at CES?
No, that's PlayStation didn't really have too much of a presence. They didn't even show off PSVR 2 comes out in like a month, and we know they have 30 plus games at launch window, which is stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I'm more concerned for VR2 than ever before.
A lot of the impressions talk nothing but positivity about it.
Super positive about how powerful it is and all that stuff, but the issue that I'm having is the software. The hardware, not concerned about, other than price. The main issue is games. Like, what are you playing other than Horizon Call of the Mountain and Beat Saber in 1 to 2
Gran
years?
Turismo.
And yeah, free Gran Turismo PSVR 2 update, which is cool.
I think Gran Turismo is going to honestly move some units.
Yeah, but Gran Turismo is like one of those franchises where the people who play that have their own racing wheel setup, and then some of them are probably going to get a PSVR 2 to do that, but most of them are not.
So, funny how it comes out to be. A lot of the racing setups that they have are way more expensive than a VR, and I was kind of going through some of the forums, NeoGAF and Reddit and stuff like that, and a lot of the people who have those setups are like, this has immediately convinced me to buy a PlayStation VR 2 because a VR 2 is probably half, if not less, than what it cost me to set up my steering wheel and my cockpit. Like, it's so much simpler to use and cheaper to buy that I'm just gonna buy one of those, and now I have a complete racing simulator.
Yeah,
in my house.
Like the niche. That's still not. I'm concerned for how well VR2 will sell, because if VR2 does not sell, then games will not come to it. Because you would need basically everyone who owns a VR2 to buy the game you put out. And some games that's just not how games work. They go, hey, we can hit this many people, or this percentage of an audience. So if you only have 2 million people who bought VR2, hey, that's pretty good. But also, now we want to port our game to it. It won't come out till August. How many people are still playing VR2 in August? I'm concerned VR2 will come out, and then by the end of the year, we're going to be like, remember VR2 came out this year? And then Genesis will be like, I'm Spider-Man. I'll be like, uh-huh.
I mean, what if Spider-Man launches a VR2 support?
Motion sickness.
Sure.
Yeah,
that's another
Kevin
valid
gets it.
response. But, hey, that's still amazing if it launches that way. Also, Resident Evil 4 and 8 are both going to have PSVR2 support.
Yeah, again, that's not a system seller, though. That's cool, but there's not like a game where... the only game that's a system seller right now is Call of the Mountain. And that's not...
What constitutes as a system seller? Like, what has to come out of
game
this VR?
that takes advantage of the VR, that convinces people you have to play it and have to experience it, and you'd buy the system for it.
Okay.
I'd say RE4 is a pretty darn good VR port.
I mean, it moved a lot of the Oculus units.
Seen, like
it did.
MetaQuest.
Oculus also has a giant library and a lot of mods, and that's its own thing. Why would you buy a $500 VR headset with a $500 console to play RE4 when you can get a $200 Oculus and you don't even need a PC?
Because RE4 is the old RE4 and this is the new RE4, and you can play it on a higher end console that you can play the remake.
Also, is that VR thing coming day one for RE4? Or does that also not have a date?
I don't know. Let me check real quick.
I think RE8 is day one, is a day one patch, which is cool, but again, Resident Evil 8 sold quite well, but how many of those people are going to buy a VR2 and be like, I got to try RE8? Or how many people are going to buy a VR2 just to try the VR and the RE8?
I mean, Resident Evil 7 sold a lot of VR as well when it came out.
Do we know that, though?
I can look up those numbers, too. I know that was a big seller, too.
I know it was a good example, and I know it was like a free update, but if you bought a VR, you typically bought VR for Beat Saber. So that's what I mean by system seller. Like, it's a good complementary game to it, but it's not selling the VR unit. You're not just getting a VR to play RE8, unless you're a huge RE8 VR fan.
Resident Evil 7, according to about 2021, so these are numbers from 2021, 1.25 million PSVR players.
Okay.
So
now, how many people bought
sales,
that VR for RE7?
I guess I'd have to cross-reference the VR to that.
That's where the issue is, because like I said, it's more complementary than a system seller. You show somebody Beat Saber, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, this is why you buy VR. That sells them, and that's why it was in a lot of bundles.
Interesting. There's somebody selling a lot of 24 PlayStation VR Gen 1s for $600.
Wild.
So you can buy 24 headsets for $600.
I'm concerned. The quality of those headsets.
I just want to have a party. I just want to have a party with everybody in one house.
Can you imagine the cord setup for? Oh God!
Everybody tripping over cords.
Honestly, if you're in the VR, you kind of know where the cord is. People who are like, this cord, you always trip over it. Fucking step over it, or just move it
Well,
near you.
I
It
mean,
wouldn't be
now with
hard.
the quote unquote see-through vision that you're gonna have in PSVR 2, you can definitely see what the cord is.
Well, I mean, like, you can feel where the cord's moving on your body. It literally went
Yeah,
all the way
yeah,
down the left side and then down below your feet. And occasionally
yeah.
you'd, like, trip a little bit over it, and it's like, all right, calm down. But, yeah, the pass-through mode I wouldn't typically use too much in VR2, I would assume. I'd be in the game. I just want those controllers.
Those controls are really nice.
I want games to implement those.
Those are super, super nice.
I don't know. We'll see about VR2. We'll see what happens with it.
I think it'll be great.
I think it'll be a lot like other PlayStation hardware. It'll be fantastic, and then it won't be supported, and then it'll die a slow, painful death. R.I.P. Vita.
Now, Vita was dead from the beginning. There was no... Unfortunately, because Nintendo has tainted and plagued
That's not... No,
the
if
entire
Nintendo didn't
handheld.
exist, the Vita still would have died.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because Vita lost to mobile, and also to the stupid cards, and also because it had a 3G thing with AT&T, and also because there's so many things wrong with the Vita, no matter how beautiful that thing was, and inspired the Switch later on with the OLED screen. But yeah, no, Vita was not popular.
I think Vita would have done better without Nintendo.
It would have done better. I still don't think it would have been a success.
I think it would have done better. They would have made different choices for it as well.
Yeah,
If Nintendo didn't exist.
That's true, because, Sony might not exist if Nintendo didn't exist.
I mean, I didn't say Nintendo didn't exist, but if Nintendo's handheld dominance didn't exist, then maybe we would have had a different type of Vita. Maybe it would have been the true successor to the PSP2. Or, I mean, a PSP. PSP2.
You mean the PSP Go?
Well, let's forget
Step your
about that.
game up,
Let's forget about
PSP!
that.
I almost bought a PSP Go.
Those were cool. I almost bought the Sony Xperia phone that doubled as a PSP.
Yeah, I know. I almost bought that too.
That thing was so cool. I was like, it's a phone and a game console? That's insane.
Whoa! And there's like 12 games compatible with it? Whoa!
Crazy. It's crazy.
And
for the time.
11 of those games don't really actually work? Whoa!
For the time that thing was made, it was genius. But unfortunately, it didn't catch on.
And the data on your phone can only hold 2 games? Whoa! Just call me Butter, because I'm fucking dying.
I mean, now their phones are now focused on what really matters, the cameras and overall software. So
I think the ultimate technology that PlayStation let die, the PlayStation Vita TV, or PlayStation TV, that allowed you to play Vita games on your TV.
I think I have one of those buried somewhere.
You gave one to me, remember?
I did.
I've tried to connect that 11 times in the past, 4 or 5 years.
Just doesn't work.
Each time it's like, I don't know what internet is, my guy. I know it exists, but it's not here. It's like, okay. One day I'll get it to work.
One day.
And I'll finally play Uncharted Golden Abyss.
On the big screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day.
Alright, well. We beat this topic to death. Is it done? Is it over?
Yeah, I would say it was over like 10 minutes ago.
Cool. Awesome. Let's move on to rumors real quick. It is rumors.
Oh my god, I forgot to tell you. I don't know if I don't care. There was a guy at work, we were processing his paperwork, and his name was Vaun, and then his last name was Quis.
Vonqui.
Vonqui. And I was like, oh my god! And I said that, and the lady next to me was like, what the hell? And I'm like, it's a video game my friend plays, and we say it in a French accent. And then to describe that to this like 54-year-old woman, I felt like there was a generational gap or two.
She's like, why are you pronouncing that in French? This is America.
No, she's not
You
like
don't
that.
talk like that. Why are you speaking like that,
She's
young
not like
man?
that. We're closer
Also,
to Canada.
what's wrong with the color of your skin, young man?
She is a black woman.
Young man, why are you not the same color as I am, young man? What's wrong with you?
Oh dear Lord, the accent's changing. Let's go to Rumer.
All right, so
Talk up something.
we had an earlier confirmation of a developer direct show format this month. Jez Corden, actually, there's a rumor saying that Jez.
Why is this like...
I don't know.
That was the rumor confirmation alarm.
Yes. There is a rumor stating that this is going to be taking place on January 25th. The original confirmation said later this month. This is saying January 25th now.
Nice.
Yeah. Arcane, Bethesda, more obviously like that. Do we have any thoughts on overall
I have a
Xbox
thought.
having a show?
I have a thought. Before we even talk about this, I'm surprised that doesn't mention. Jez mentioned that he doesn't believe Starfield will be there.
He doesn't think Starfield's going to be there.
That's what he said. He thinks this is like it's basically a direct, developer direct Microsoft edition, including Bethesda and all of them. And they're going to show some games.
Type of thing?
Or a PlayStation Direct. Or a Nintendo Direct, yeah. Everyone's doing that now. And it's supposed to be like a somewhat smaller event, because they still want to do an E3 show, and they're trying to get better at reining in expectations. But he said in a follow-up tweet, he was like, yeah, it's rumored that I'm not sure if Starfield's going to be there. They might have their own show for it eventually. But that's like one of the big things about it is, hey, yeah, Microsoft might have a show. Also, Starfield might not be there. So when they
game is still supposed to come out this year, I'm assuming in November, right?
I would assume it would have its own thing, because they've been releasing like developer commentaries and like videos on the combat and like exploration, like deep dives into Starfield and like blog posts and all this other stuff. So I would assume that they would have their own show for it, like how Fallout 4 got that E3 conference and it was literally 45 minutes of Fallout 4. And then they're like, comes out in September. I assume that's exactly what we're going to get for Starfield.
But we haven't seen this game since last E3.
We have. Again, like I said, they've been showing off new clips and gameplay and stuff all online. It's just, it hasn't been in a big showing.
The new clips, are those from the latest build, do we know? Or are those just condensed clips that are from like the older build that they're showing?
No, they're newer clips. They're showing off new things.
Okay.
Yeah, they were showing off like combat and how it's updated and changed and stuff, because we're constantly modifying things. So it does look like that game that they still are planning for it to come out this year. I have to assume at this point it is fall again.
I would think November. They're going to aim for November 2023.
Yeah. November 11th, baby. Second try.
They can try. I mean, unless Sony decides, fall, Spider-Man, September?
September. It's got to be September. Last one was September. Let's do it again in September. They actually might push that one to November, because Sony now thinks their games can compete in November. And they're right. They can. And Spider-Man especially would outsell everything.
God of War competed like a fucking champion there.
God of War competed, won, dominated, and killed.
You know, so
I'm just saying.
Sony
did all right.
Games. Zelda's coming out in May. You got Spider-Man possibly September, October, November, somewhere around there. Starfield, November. What's the other Xbox game coming out this year?
Redfall.
Redfall is the summer, but that may also get delayed.
I can see that being
Um,
May or June, early June.
I think it's going to get pushed. I really think Xbox is going to go hard on second part of 2023.
Okay.
So second half they're gonna go hard. They're gonna probably push it into August or maybe September.
Oh, they also
where there's
got
not a lot
Forza Motorsport.
The reboot.
No, the 8, 9, 7. Well, I don't know the number.
Okay.
6, 5, 4,
I
3,
think it's
2,
seven.
1.
So-
Is it
Okay.
7?
That
I think it's 7.
that would make a lot of sense if they're gonna push all three games into the second half of 2022. Yeah, that would. I mean 2023. Oh my God, we're a year behind, folks.
Honestly,
Um,
Battlefield. Forza Motorsport. Forza Motorsport 1.
It's
Go
8.
back to 1.
7 came out in 2017. Destinoto and I are a generation behind in Forza Motorsport.
Oh. Oops.
they're gonna let Nintendo and Sony have the first half, and they're gonna try and dominate the second half. They're gonna capitalize on holiday. They're gonna capitalize on the end of summer
Well,
into
they know
fall.
Spider-Man's coming out at the end of the year.
They know that, but that's why they're gonna throw three heavy hitters against Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I think that's what they're gonna try and do. I think
Spider-Man.
that's what.
Spider-Man sells. It doesn't matter what's around it.
Right. I understand that, but Xbox I think is going to. Well, here's the thing. I think they have a point they need to prove this year, which is we can release games and our games can actually hold their ground.
Yes, but at the
Because-
same time, they don't need to do that. They can spread them out. They don't want to release all of their games around the same time because then you're doing what Sony used to do back in like the 2010s, when they would release like 4 games within 6 months of each other and they would eat into each other's sales.
Yeah, but I don't see I don't see Xbox having anything ready before May, and nothing. Like the most I see them spread it out by is like, okay, July is Redfall, September would be Forza, and then November would be, or December even, would be Starfield.
Interesting. Okay.
I just don't think they have anything ready for Q1. I'm not Q1. The
Q2?
first half. Yeah, Q1 and Q2. They don't have anything ready for that.
I think Q2, but I could see what you're saying. I don't know if they want to push Starfield out that late.
It depends on how far along they are. I mean,
I
know
know.
you're
I
saying
just
that
I don't know if
they're-
they want to. I think they would push it to the next year, if anything.
Oh God.
I know. I don't think they would. I think they would want it out November at the latest.
I mean,
I don't think
their
they'll do a
system
Halo
seller.
thing.
Th-
Yeah, I
this-
don't.
I
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they'll do it. They'll wait. They're
I-
not going to put it out like right
I
after
don't
the
think they have a
holidays or
choice,
anything.
given maybe their investors and shareholders. I
It's
don't
Microsoft.
think they have a
They're a
choice.
$1 trillion company. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Sure, the same thing can be said about Amazon and Facebook, and look how much money they lost this past year. But
Yeah,
they're no longer
but-
$1 trillion fucking companies. The thing is that I don't know if their investors and shareholders want them to delay it another year. I mean, I don't know how much, what do you call it, influence Phil Spencer has when it comes to
All of it.
what he can and cannot do with delaying a game and sending it out early. I mean,
He
they
has
sent
all
Halo
the
out.
influence.
I don't think he does.
No, he
Not
does.
anymore.
He literally does. That's the thing. He's the one who wanted Halo out. He's controlling all of it. He is the CEO of Xbox. He's in charge of all of that. He was like, "Hey, Daddy, we need to use
Bowser
your
and
wall."
Ryan don't do that. Bowser and Ryan both don't have full control like that.
No,
He's the only
because-
one who does.
Yeah, he has full control because of how much he's changed Xbox and how much. I mean, it's become better since he took over. He's become his own CEO of Xbox. He wanted to buy a company, and Microsoft was like, "Yeah, here's $68 billion." Like, I'm not going to question how much reach that man has because clearly he could just be like, "Hey, Satya, give me some money, let me do this," and they'll be like, "Yeah, okay, you do it." Like, I trust that man because his idea for Xbox is an idea for a social media company. It has unlimited growth potential. And Microsoft's all about unlimited growth. They're even trying to buy that Chat GPT AI thing. They want to put $10 billion into it. Because that's what Microsoft do.
Meanwhile, Sony's partnering with Honda and putting out a Fila.
Sony has to partner with people because they don't have pockets like that. Currently, Jim Ryan has more pull than probably any other Sony person in the past had at PlayStation, because PlayStation is now Sony's most profitable thing, other than their like semiconductors and I think their banking. But I think PlayStation might even eclipse that. Yeah, like they're it's wild.
I thought their music is pretty high too. I thought music was one of their big.
Their music makes a lot of money, but it's not as profitable, if I remember correctly. But PlayStation is. It used to be only like 20% of their business, and it has grown exponentially. That's how big PlayStation has become in the last like 5-7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And Doug Bowser, he kind of does what he wants, but they seem more hands off than anything.
Yeah, Nintendo,
as you can tell by the states of their games when they come out.
Yeah, I mean,
but
clearly
hey,
there's
updates.
Yeah, also, I don't know about that.
And also, it doesn't matter how good a game is when it comes out. It can be fixed later and get a renaissance.
Nintendo games can be broken and still sell 90 billion copies. It doesn't matter if they fix it or not. So
and then get fixed later and get a renaissance. You win twice. Why win once when you can win twice?
I hate this era.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next thing.
Kevin, hold on. Kevin, was that your rumor?
No.
Okay.
Next. Okay, so this is more of a technology rumor here. So Apple is actually entering the AR/VR segment, where they're going to be probably announcing one in spring before the WWDC. What is the WWDC again? Oh God, I can't remember. I used to know this. The Worldwide Developers Conference, or I think it's the Worldwide Developers Conference.
Sure.
I think so. Anyway. The latest edition of Power On newsletter, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman reports that Apple intends to announce its long-awaited AR/VR headset in a product in the spring. This device would go on sale later in the fall, matching the analyst of Ming Kuo's timeline. Gurman says prototype hardware has already been seeded to a small number of developers for testing. However, he thinks the device is far from finished, and Apple still has a lot of kinks that need to work out. Anybody want to guess a price on this?
Ooh, for an Apple AR/VR headset?
Take a guess. Take a wild guess.
Okay, they want it to be priced competitively with VR, but they want it to be priced competitively. But what's happening? Why are you saying
no?
What?
You
Can you listen to the whole sentence before you interrupt?
Go ahead.
They want it to be priced competitively, but they still want it to be a premium product. So they will throw away all of that to price it astronomically high. Now, how astronomically high for the 86 cents it takes to make this thing, with all the kinks and issues, and how it will slowly be worse and worse as time goes on, I'm going to say a cool, clean $1,300.
Wow, that's considerably lower than what I thought you were going to say.
I was going to go higher, but I think they will. I don't want to say they're humbled from some things, but I will say that they will choose this only because you can get a Samsung portable phone AR/VR headset for like $200, and I think $1,300 is the sweet spot for Apple.
Interesting.
I was going to say 900, but then I was like,
I'm sorry, I apologize. I was cutting you off too.
No, hey man, I understand. The reason I worded it that way was to piss you off.
Yeah.
So
it's
that's
okay.
on me.
I'm
that's
sorry.
on me. Hey, man, it's on you.
Anybody else want to take a wild guess? Kevin, you want to take a swing? You want to take a shot? You want to stab this thing?
Take a swing at what?
A price.
For what?
15.
Kevin, I'm glad you're paying attention to the rumor segment into the podcast that you're currently on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that the conversations we have aren't interesting to you. But
Kevin's response is, yeah, yep.
but what we're trying to guess is Apple is creating an AR VR headset, and it's rumored to be coming out this year. And Genesis wants us to guess the price of it. I said $1,300. Desvenoto has been screaming 15. I mean, I think that means $1,500 or $15.
Is this the prices right? Do I go with $1?
Kevin, honestly, no price is out, and none of us will remember these numbers. So whatever you want to throw out there is good for us. $1 is a pussy game. Don't do that. I would say throw a number you believe in.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, we're talking Apple, right? Now, Apple loves to overprice things to the highest of the heavens. I'm gonna go a cool $2,100.
I like that price. That's probably close to what they're going to put it at.
Interesting. That is. I think that is an Apple of like 2 years ago price. I think 1,300. I think 15 is actually not terrible either. Would it be shocking if this was like $400?
There's no way it's going to be 400.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't it be shocking? What if they're like, hey,
if it's 400, I will go trade my Pixel in and go buy an iPhone.
What if they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna put VR2 in our stores. Go pick it up.
I mean, they're already selling DualSenses.
Look at them. They look like iPhones.
Desvenoto, what do you think? 1,500, 1,600 is what you're saying?
15.
15, okay. I have a follow-up question. How much storage do you think will be on this AR VR headset?
8 gigabytes.
Nice.
16
Kevin,
gigabytes.
I'm gonna say none. It's all connected to your phone.
Okay. Do you think there's going to be a monthly subscription to this?
If you want to play anything good.
Okay. All right. Well,
Introducing Apple Game Pass.
they already have that. It's Apple Arcade.
Does it work exactly like Game Pass?
Yeah. You just pay for Apple Arcade and you have as many games as you want.
Introducing Apple Arcade VR.
Yeah, that's technically going to be what it is, I would assume.
There you go.
100%.
And that leans into no memory, you just stream. Offer your 5G through your carrier of your choice. Special deal through Verizon.
You came up with 6G, and you need a 6G phone to play this.
Ooh, all your 5G phones are dead now. Uh-oh. Can't call 911.
I would think if they're going to do this, this is going to be coming out either the end of this year or end of next year. If they announce it this year, it's probably going to be the first generation will be out at the end of this year. It'll be $2,000 on the dot, so $1,999. 99. And it will probably have 128 gigabytes of storage on the device for you to store movies and stuff like that. It'll probably go up to a 1 terabyte option.
Do they do the 99 cents thing with their products?
No, they just stop at the $99.
Yeah, because 99 cents sounds cheap, so I wouldn't do that as a premium product.
So $19.99 then.
Yeah.
$19.99
yeah, that's funny. That's a marketing thing. That
where
it's like, hey, don't you think it's cheaper? So if you're doing a premium product, don't put 99 cents on it. Just leave it at 99, and you'll be like, ooh.
Yeah. I think they'll have 128 gigabytes going up to 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte will probably cost you close to $3,000. So,
or
I would think so.
Your firstborn son.
Well, considering the wheels for your Mac tower is $400 just to buy a set of 4 wheels, $100 a wheel, and a microfiber cloth. No, they're just small little wheels that hook on the bottom of your Mac
Yeah,
cart.
freaking spinners and rims.
They're just $400.
Got
They're the only.
hydraulics too, so
Those are the
Introducing-
only wheels. Those are the only wheels that are compatible with a Mac cart. The ones
Introducing
that
the
you put
Mac
your.
Cart Lowrider.
And they
We've
also charge
partnered up with
$20.
Rockstar Games
I mean, they
to
charge
bring
$20
you the
for a
sights and
microfiber
sounds
cloth.
of Los Santos with the all-new Pimpmobile Mac Cart.
I will tell you this though, they will have probably the most compelling partnership to bolster their $2,000 price tag.
Beat Saber?
Who that's going to be with, I don't know.
Beat Saber. That's the most compelling VR game that's out
Maybe.
there.
I don't know if it's a game. I think it'll be an experience because it's AR and VR. My guess, it's going to be Minecraft. Minecraft
No.
exclusively for their
I gotta be
Apple
honest. I have
headset.
I think that's a great guess, and I think it's possible to happen. I'm just gonna say this thing's never coming out. I think they're just gonna cancel it and just be like, we don't want to get into that space like they did. With
I don't. I think they want to the same way they have been looking to see. The thing with Apple is that they wait till everybody's done it and tested and done it and seen the sales and seen the trends and all that to then want to dip their feet into the pool.
Yeah,
Like,
but they wanted to get into the console space, and then they were like, fuck this.
but they don't have to anymore. They have arcade. That's exactly
That's exactly why I'm saying I don't think they're gonna want to get into the headset space. They'll just put arcade on PCs or partner up with PlayStation, get arcade in there or something that has VR titles.
The problem with that is they don't make royalties enough off of that. So if they were to put it on a different console and a different system, like a hardware that isn't the thing with Apple is they need to put things on their own hardware because then they can claim royalties. If they don't put it on their hardware, they don't want it on there to begin with. That's why you don't see Apple Arcade on a PC or a PlayStation, and not anything but a Mac and an iPhone. So if they really wanted to get into this, they would make their own hardware.
It wasn't
to
so
put
much
that.
their hardware in regards to like the Apple Store. It was more like we don't want you going out of our software, like out of our operating system for stuff.
The operating system is on lock. Their moneymaker is their hardware. You take iPhones away from Apple, they lost almost. Last time I checked this, the profit share for iPhones were insane. It was stupid. It was a dumb number. I think it was like 70% of their profits come from iPhones. That's their hardware that they sell.
Wild.
And
that's such a
software,
Sony position on like the console space right now.
I could see that comparison. That's a fair comparison. Yeah, that makes sense. They don't care about software at this point. They could give two shits about software. They know they have you locked in because of their ecosystem. It's hardware, which is why I think they have to introduce a VR headset or an AR, like an AR/VR headset, because they won't put it on anything else. They don't believe in that.
70%, even though it counted like the royalties they get from like the App Store.
Yeah, their main contributor is iPhones. That's where they make their money.
That's wild.
I'll get the graph, the infograph, and I'll send it in the
get
chat.
That graph. I'm curious. I believe you. I'm just curious.
It is legitimately their biggest profit margin by far, anything versus anything else. Their software doesn't come close to what their iPhones make them.
Wow.
It's insane. But anyway, I've killed this topic. I'll move on to the next one.
No, I'm not done yet.
Oh, Kevin, was this your rumor?
Hot take. No. Hot take. Like Adam said, this VR AR headset doesn't come out at all. Instead, Apple Car. You ever want to drive a fruit down a highway? Now you can. Also, play your Apple Arcade game.
Some years ago, they thought about getting into the car business, and then they pulled out. And now they just put Apple. What is it called? Apple CarPlay or whatever.
Apple CarPlay.
Yeah. So they just got into other people's cars, and were like, "Hey, use our technology." So that's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if Apple's actually going to do this. I think they're just looking into the space, and then they'll be like, we're not going to actually put this software out.
So the thing with the cars, I'm sorry, Kevin, please go ahead.
Comes in 4 designer colors: sleek white, impossible to see black,
I don't think we needed Kevin to go on. I gotta be honest.
popping rose gold, or retro rainbow. Kick back
Retro
the old
rainbow
Macintosh
sounds
logo
nice.
right there. Can you imagine? I just want to drive an Apple down the road.
God, that would get
Just in a
such
little
horrible
Apple.
gas mileage based on all the wind.
I will tell you, Apple did not get into the car space for one particular reason, and that's because they don't have a way yet of being able to claim a royalty on a car without having to outsource a lot of its parts from other competitors.
It's
that they
hard
don't
to
want
start
do
a
that.
car company.
Correct.
Yeah.
If they had a way to be able to
That's why Sony's
manufacture and
partners.
fabricate their cars in-house, like for the longest time, iPhones have had Samsung screens and Panasonic batteries and a lot of external parts. Just recently, about 2 years ago, right by the pandemic side, they stopped outsourcing these parts and they're making a lot of their stuff in-house. So their chipset, their antennas they finally got with Qualcomm, but they're now making their Apple-fied Qualcomm antennas.
Hey,
Um,
Qualcomm. They were at CES
if
with Sony.
they had a chance to do anything as far as fabricate cars inside their factories without their workers jumping off of buildings and trying to commit suicide and all that.
No, they put up gates. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah. They would do it, and that's the only reason why they exited the car space. That unfortunately for them they couldn't make a way to fabricate that. Now you look at somebody like Alphabet, they have the resources and I would say the what's the word I'm looking for? The plausibility to be able to do it. And
Capability?
Capability. Is it
Yeah.
capability? Maybe I'm trying to say like they have the reason enough to do it,
Okay.
and they haven't done it yet.
It's hard to start a car company.
Yeah, you still have to outsource a lot.
Car companies start little sidecar companies and then they fail because it's hard to start a car company. That's how hard it is to start a car company.
Yep.
Let me take pre-orders. Our car's coming out in a year. It's coming out in 3 years. It's coming out in 9 years. The car's not coming out. Here's your money back. Sorry. That's like half car companies.
You're not wrong.
Never am.
Cool. Next one I got here. There was a leaked alpha footage of a new PlayStation IP, and I think we've all seen this throughout the week. This was a rumor that leaked out.
Nope.
Okay. So the game is a sci-fi RPG based on Unreal Engine 5, being developed through XDev in partnership with an external studio. The studio behind this is still unknown, however. We do know they're based in Europe. Dusk Golem, that shitty Reset era guy, says this is to be the Ooze game and that this footage is from an old build. The game was not a part of the leaked PlayStation document from a few months ago. That means it isn't Project Carbon or anything else. He also said, well, obviously I can't say if this will come out or not. I'll mention I personally have seen a lot more of this game and more recent stuff other than this clip. But the game itself beyond this clip is, at least at this point, currently a game fully voice acted, music composed, and far more fine-tuned than this clip. Another recent finding seems to indicate that the studio behind this title may be People Can Fly. Thoughts?
None.
0.
Anthem 2.
What?
Oh?
Anthem 2.
Anthem 2. I don't know about this. I would think
Are
that
you
the
joking?
Resistance reboot.
Or are you stupid?
I think it's something to do with Resistance or some sort of Resistance type of thing, like a sci-fi shooter like that. I know
So nothing
Sony's
to
been
do.
looking
So you
to.
think Resistance only because it's a sci-fi shooter, or do you think this is Resistance?
No, I think it's like a Resistance sci-fi. Like it's gonna be a first-person shooter like
Are,
Resistance.
so again, you're just saying because it's a sci-fi shooter. You're not saying it's gonna be Resistance, right?
No, I said no. I'm sorry, my English is not good.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
I'm thinking it's gonna be like a Resistance sci-fi shooter. Sorry.
Okay.
I know Sony is itching to come out for like a couple of different FPSs because of Call of Duty, but
Anthem 2.
I don't know about Anthem 2. Okay.
Did you say flying people?
People can fly.
Oh, yeah.
It's a developer, you silly.
Yeah.
Silly goose. All right, next one. Battlefront updates on Twitter. The Ubisoft Star Wars game will boast a fully open, seamless universe akin to that found in No Man's Sky. In the game, players will be able to jump between systems, immersing themselves in a vast galaxy bursting at the seams with activities.
Oh my god, I want to throw up.
Adam?
I have nothing on this.
Wow.
Why
Some
are they
Ubisoft
doing
fan
an
you are.
open world in Battlefront?
So it's a Star Wars game that Ubisoft is making. I'm sorry. Battlefront Updates is the name of the Twitter handle. I apologize.
Oh,
It's an open world Star
Fake
Wars
news.
game
Got it.
that's gonna be like No Man's Sky.
My god. Okay, then that's fine. That's whatever.
Okay. All right. Next one. And this is a 4chan leak, so get your spoons and tablespoons of salt ready.
Tablespoon.
What size is the other spoon? If it's not a tablespoon.
Oh no, the other spoons are way bigger. Those are the chair-sized spoons.
A ladle?
Yes.
Wait,
so
what's the size discrepancy between a spoon and a ladle?
Much.
Wouldn't a ladle be deeper?
No, can you cup it around one of your balls?
Because you can get you can get like a giant 6-foot spoon. That's not a ladle. It's just a spoon.
No, it's a ladle. If you can cup your balls with it, it's a ladle.
Yeah, I can cup my balls in my hand. Is that a ladle?
Yes.
All right. Well, anyways, what's
We've learned something. Anatomy 101.
Who are these 4 guys who live in China?
Right. PC ports planned for the next 12 months include Last of Us 2, Ghosts, Demon Souls, and Horizon Forbidden West. Naughty Dog will reveal a PS5 port of Last of Us 2, a new Uncharted game that is both a sequel to Uncharted 4 and a soft reboot to the series. It's going to apparently be made by Sony Malaysia and Visual Arts Studio. The release of Last of Us multiplayer game for summer or fall 2023. What the okay. These guys are smoking drugs. The only IPs getting revived on PS5.
You don't think Factions is coming out this year?
No.
Oh, I think it is.
You're on drugs.
It has to.
I'm on drugs?
You're on total drugs.
So according to the game, it should have released at the time with Last of Us Part 2 in 2020. And then they were like, this has become its own thing. And then they've been hiring people like mad at trying to make this thing. It's now 2023. And Neil Druckmann was like, hey, you'll see more of it. We're definitely going to get a bigger reveal. And I think a beta at least will come out this year. Do you think that?
Maybe a beta. I don't think the game's going to come out till next year.
Okay, interesting.
Game's coming out this year.
Desunoto and I, Desunoto, we playing.
Yes, sir.
Genesis, he can play, but we won't play with him till next year.
Great. The one game I want to ever play with Adam because he doesn't play any other online game. He's
No, we're
like, nah, I'll play with you
playing.
next year.
We're playing something else. We thought of. Maybe I don't
Are
know. We'll
we?
figure. Yeah, we'll talk about it after. Figure it
Okay.
out.
The only IPs getting revived on PS5 are Killzone in VR, after release of Call of the Mountain, MotorStorm, Ape Escape, and PS All Stars Battle Royale.
Yeah, sure.
There's your confirmation that this
all
is all
lies.
bullshit.
Yeah, all lies.
Yep.
Killzone in VR
PlayStation-
actually sounds legit, if I'm honest.
I think that would be insane.
No.
I think that would be crazy.
Kevin, hear me out on this. Nobody ever there were a lot of people who liked it as a first-person shooter. That would be way better in VR. Probably the same amount of people would like it. Because a lot of people did not like that game.
There's a PlayStation Showcase coming in June. There are State of Plays in February, March, and May.
They don't plan them like that, but hey, man.
Sucker Punch is working on a new IP.
This is still going. We could stop reading this, if I'm honest.
Reveals for Bend and Pixelopus and Asobi's projects.
Do you say Pixel Opus instead of Opus?
Pixelopus.
Concrete Genie, boys. Come on.
Media Molecule is making a Dreams sequel, which is an expanded version of Dreams on PS5 with VR2
Wow,
support.
the 6 people who are still playing Dreams and the 9 people who bought Dreams are so excited for that sequel, myself included.
Several gas titles will get a full reveal.
I'm not even going to stop talking to let you finish. I'm just going to...
New PS2 emulator
I
and an
think
official
that
PS3 emulator.
What is this dream sequence of Sony things? They want to fix PS Plus. They want to fix all of that stuff. They want to put all the games out on PC. I think Horizon Forbidden West will come out either late this year or early next year for the PC port. I think Demon's Souls is possible. It's been a couple years already. Yeah, and they said they want to do 2 years is what they said. And then they get that revitalized launch of a game. Uncharted reboot / continuation. So God of War 2018 style. I kind of like it, but I also hate it. Just give me more Chloe and Nadine. Actually, just give me more Chloe. I don't even care if anybody else shows up. Yeah, I don't know. The rest, this is all bullshit. And this was definitely not Kevin's rumor. I will vote that way.
Adam, I got some words for you. This was not my rumor.
Ooh, I got nervous for a second.
Someone just broke their hands. And I snapped that first set of knuckles, and the second one, and the third one, and that final one was just cracking the hand in it.
With that is all I have for rumors.
Damn, Kevin.
You hit the one that I have. Are you
Didn't
ready?
hit the one.
that you had.
Let's hear the most obscure rumor we'll ever hear
Modern
so
Warfare
far this
2
year.
rumor.
Oh, God.
Now, I don't know if it really classifies as a rumor, but I
Wow, you did a Genesis thing. Congrats. Hey, can't wait till you talk about. Can't wait till you talk about a rumor. It might not be a rumor.
Data miners supposedly have located some new icons in Modern Warfare 2's files, alluding to gunfight and gun game multiplayer game modes coming back into this series.
Is that the one where you can just randomly, like, you get random guns when you start out or something?
It was 2v2 random loadouts, win 7 rounds or something like that, or best of 7. I forget how that worked.
I mean, for the 6 people that played that, I'm glad for them. I'm sure it'll come back for them.
Hey, me and my sister played that. We got some really good highlights.
And you're part of the 6 people.
Damn right I am.
Infinity Ward confirmed gunfight will come to Modern Warfare 2 already. They confirmed this back in June of 2022.
Why didn't they also... Okay, sure. And I missed that announcement.
Yeah, there was a Q&A and they said at some point.
There's a qua, and they said at some point.
So that... So Kevin, again,
No,
you gave us a
here's the
rumor.
thing. Here's the thing.
7 months
alright?
late.
Listen up, Activision. If you're gonna bring gunfight back to freaking Call of Duty, you
Oh,
keep it
okay.
there.
Now we're
How about
mad.
you keep it?
Now we're
How about you
mad.
keep
Great.
it there, huh? Because when you introduced it the last time, you're like, "Cool, did you enjoy this for 2 months? We're taking it away." And I'm like, "What the hell is this shit, huh?"
I don't like how they just keep taking things away every time they introduce something. It's like, just leave it alone and let people enjoy it.
Well, yeah,
Please.
because they give every freaking developer gives the same bullshit reason of, oh well, it holds up the server resources. No, it doesn't. All right, people know how servers work. Servers allocate space based on what space they need to allocate. You can have a dead game mode or a game mode that like barely anybody plays in your game, because then when the people finally decide to play the server, will be like, oh shit, people are playing. Hold on, I gotta set something up. Where the fuck did these directions go? Yeah, it's close enough.
Don't you? In defense, don't you? If nobody's playing it or not a lot of people are
Self-defense.
playing it, wouldn't you be like, what's the point of this being here? If like 12 people play it a
Self-defense.
week.
It's not taxing anything.
Well, I mean, apparently it's
Around
using a
defense.
resource. It's like, why
But you're
would we
not-
even?
Through
You
a
do
don't
this.
defense.
have like servers waiting in the wings to pick people up anymore.
Over
Modern
defense.
technology, this at least I'm assuming this is what they're going to be doing with it. I don't know why they wouldn't.
Under
be.
defense.
Like, it'll make servers or connect people based on demand.
All over defense.
But
He's just spouting out words.
yeah, honestly, it's taking me back to my days when I worked retail, and it's just a screaming child, and I just blocked it out. So, I mean, I don't know how servers work, and I'm not going to act like I know how servers work. But I have to, yeah, I know. And I have to imagine that if you have
Behind
something
the fence.
just waiting for like a queue, then it's being used, like
In
resources are
front
being
defense.
used. So if something needs to identify it to even start that queue, that is a resource that's either waiting or it's being used.
Sure.
Transmutation defense.
Now, how much of that resource is, like, how much are they losing because they're not using that resource? I mean, they're trying to pinch and save as much as they can, so. If you're not using it,
They
you
would
lose
pinch
it.
me.
Kevin?
Interior defense.
No.
Pinch me, daddy.
Alright, anything
Exterior
else to
defense.
say about that,
See,
or?
he's still not paying attention.
Genesis,
It's
you
fine.
got anything to say about this?
Yeah, what you
I
got
mean,
to say, huh?
gunfight and all the gun game modes and gun
Play
this.
gunfight
And
with me? Come on, you
I'm
know
not
you
playing
want your 2v2s.
gunfight. I like to do 2v2s with you. I love to jump in with 4 people, including yourself and me.
Yeah,
I
I'm confused.
He explained that twice.
I don't want to play that game mode. I never had an interest to play that game mode, unfortunately.
I hate you.
Oh, well, he hates me now.
Yeah, we already established that when he's cheating on you with your brother.
Yeah, I know.
Or uncle. Who sometimes is a family dog, or grandpa.
No, the family dog is, what's his name?
Oh, we
Cabby
have
Labby.
one. Cabby Labby.
Cabby Labby. The family dog is Cabby Labby. You know, that guy. But yeah, that wraps up another episode of Crafting a Chat. I don't know why this exit is terrible, but we'll see you
Hey,
guys
the
next
entrance
week,
was
same
terrible
time.
too. Remember?
Oh,
Remember you were mad at the Asus?
thank you. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place. Everybody stay safe out there. Catch us on twitch.tv/craftingachat, youtube.com/startingtoolate with 2 R's. Next week, look forward to
Last of Us TV show
Last
review,
of
baby!
Us TV show review for episode 1.
We're all gonna
Look
hop on and be
forward
like,
to-
for some reason, HBO Max wouldn't work. It said everybody was trying to watch it at the same time. What the hell?
Look forward to Kevin's review of his bladder.
Look forward to a...
Ooh.
Hey, will there be a board game review? Does that segment still go on this year? No one knows. We can't predict Kevin.
No.
We don't know if he
And
even
Kevin
plays board
cannot
games.
predict us.
Does Kevin secretly hate board games, but he's collected so many that he has to keep up a lie? Tune in next week.
Tune in next week also for the
What do I do
execution
next?
of a ponytail. That and more next time on Crafting and Chat.
Oh,
Take care,
my hip.
everybody.
Hey, Von Queen, motherfucker!